for
Bravo. Also, have you guys seen the Learn with Pippi Adult Swim trailer?
That thing has been burned into my brain so hard. I kid you not. I'm so glad that they actually went and trademarked that thing and make that a real series.
I just saw it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I want this show.
Yeah, I saw it like a few hours ago. My friend sent it to me. I'm like, okay, this is intense.
You're like, okay, it's just a normal. Okay.
Yep, that went from like 0 to 1,000,000.
Yeah, shit got real fast for Pippi.
The only thing Adult Swim related I've seen was the recasting voice takes for early Kyler from Squidbillies, because I never imagined I'd see Steve Bloom voicing early Kyler.
Wait, we almost had Steve Bloom voicing Kyler?
It's a whole thing. Let's just say that the original voice for early Kyler has some very strong opinions about things, and so he no longer has a job.
So he got properly canceled.
Yes. So they just put in a bunch of other things. So you've got, I want to say it's Rob Lowe, the voice of Space Ghost, doing some voice lines. You've got the voice of Meatwad. You've got Steve Bloom and some others. You can search the clip anywhere on YouTube. Hey, Dougler, how you doing?
Oh yeah, which reminds me. That's a bird they had a father.
Also helped.
I
went to all the trouble of having my character sheet out before we even started, and then I forgot to pull it up.
I know, that happens to me quite a bit. But yeah. So, how was everyone's Halloween?
It was fun.
I didn't really do much. I just sort of stayed at home.
I was at work for half of it and then asleep for most of it after that.
The problem with living at the end of a dead-end street is that you don't really have that many trick-or-treaters, especially when most people are going other places for trick-or-treating.
For a second there, when you were thinking dead-end street, I'm like, ha! Spooky. Dead. But yeah, that's just the spirit of the season. I was talking about it earlier, but Caitlin and I were playing at separate Halloween-themed one-shots to varying degrees of success.
Ooh,
sounds fun.
How'd those go?
Well,
I lived.
Yes, we all. I was gonna say our party lived too. Also found out how OP Oath of the Crowd Paladins are, because let's just say when you face a pumpkin monster that's basically a reskinned Death Tyrant, the pumpkin beams, it was like I got hit with 4 or 5 different frightened effects. Also, the Crowd Paladins cannot be frightened when they get high enough level with their aura.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot account for Weck when he has not had his nap. I'm sorry.
Yeah, trust me. Last night I was putting the finishing touches on a new Paladin homebrew, Oath of Hospitality, and I was using Oath of Redemption, which Monty is using in their Strahd run, as a base. And I realized I'm so glad that they are not higher than level 5, because at level 7, Monty is basically the odds-on favorite next year, because Oath of Redemption Paladins can literally use their reaction to take damage for other party members within their aura.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, so you say as an odds-on favorite, as odds-on to die, basically?
Yes! That's the point of a death pool!
I mean, that does make sense. When you take damage for everyone else, your chances of death are pretty high.
Yeah, especially when you're not a barbarian. The only class that gets a D12 for hit dice.
Also, hello, Chocolate.
Hello.
Hey. Just in time as we're, just kind of shooting the breeze, getting things warmed up. And, yeah. That's fortunate timing indeed, if everybody is ready to start.
Yeah.
Also, while we're getting ready, Robot, I don't want to hear any of that from you. I was robbed twice last week, including by a nat 20. Don't you give that to me. Oh,
Oh yes, that does remind me a very important point of order that I have yet to bring up until now. I tend to play a lot more as far as inspiration when it comes to running with my players. So from this session going forward, everybody always starts the session with one inspiration that they can use for any D20 roll,
Ooh,
and
that-
I may reward other inspirations as the party sees fit, and gives either a cool scene or a particularly funny scene, something great. So going forward, everybody starts each session with one inspiration.
good to know.
Also,
Like
sorry
I
to
put
tell you
that
this,
on.
Chaco, you're being replaced by Chris Pratt.
Ah, yeah, hate to hear it. It's rough, buddy.
I mean, everyone's so mad about Chris Pratt. I'm just saying, at least we've only had one character get voiced by Seth Rogen coming up.
Yeah.
Very true.
But at the same time, we only have one. We only have one upcoming character for Jack Black, and that's not right.
It's true.
I'd prefer it if Jack Black was the one getting all the roles instead of Chris Pratt.
True, but this
True.
allows Jack Black to have more wacky adventures that we may hear about later in the future.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair.
I can't believe Chris Pratt is taking away Edward Bosco's jobs.
Hey. Bosco will be fine. Now, the second I hear that Chris Pratt is taking on additional voices, then we have to worry.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining Bosco and Chris Pratt standing on a fucking mountain, both of them with swords, fighting to the death over roles.
Bosco would have the tactical advantage because, you know. I don't know. He's more of a guy that tends to pick fights, I guess, than Chris Pratt. I don't know.
By the way, like if you guys were watching Hell of a Boss, were you like me, where you hear the bouncer, you're like, "Oh, hi, Bosco."
Mhm.
I didn't notice.
I didn't know until I saw the credits, and then I listened again, and I was like, I see. Okay.
Yeah, like I was like, "God damn it!" Now I'm like, I can just hear his stuff or his voices now.
I just spend a ton of time working with him behind the scenes for other stuff. So yeah, now it's just like I hear it, I'm just like, okay, this is just something I do now.
Yep.
And also, Robot, I can do jokes like that. He's never going to watch this.
Probably
Yeah, I was
not.
gonna say,
no.
oh, but geez, I would have to knock on wood, you know, just to make sure.
You never
we don't
know.
jinx
Me-
it on.
Maybe one day Chris Pratt will just troll Twitch for no particular reason and stumble upon this stream right here.
I was gonna say, the day we get any sort of recognition like that, I'm just gonna go crawl into a hole and cry from overexposure. Just like,
No, that's fair. That is very fair. Yes.
Okie dokie. All right. With that out of the way, if everybody's good, I believe we can be ready to begin. When last we left our expedition, Dan, the half-elf witch, Zeno, the half-elf sorcerer, Elise, the elven ranger, Wick, the squashling cleric, and Enoch, the human warlock. Our party chartered for Fort Belowarian, a jungle stronghold of the Flaming Fist. After arriving, they met with Commander Leandra Portier to secure a charter of exploration for the jungles of Chult. Then they met with their would-be mark, Shago, to judge his worth with the patented Yuki friendship test before gathering information on the nature of their hit. They spent the night in the fort before Wick and Enoch succumbed to the shivering sickness, a disease from lack of insect repellent application. After getting the aid of a druid, Kawasha, and his veggie pygmy companion named Kupalue, the party hired them as guides into the jungle and returned to the Brazen Pegasus to return to Port Nyanzaru. But not before Enoch and Elise convinced Shago to play dead to save the life of Omala, their dye merchant back in Port Nyanzaru. And as our ship sails back to port, the gangplank lowers to usher them back to land. Where will they go next? Let's find out.
While we were on the boat, could I look into the old wizard journal I have again?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Whoop. Did not mean to click that twice.
Well, 5. Yeah, if you try reading through it some more, he did have some various notes in there. It looks like it may have been like some casting and whatnot. Some of it was kind of hard to decipher. It definitely seems very boring, so you weren't able to pick up on anything as you were sailing through.
This is part of Dan's quest now. He's going to decipher this journal if it's the last thing he does.
And his luck will turn around at some point, I swear it.
Maybe. I hope so. I gotta roll good eventually. It's just probability.
You say that, but again, it's roll 20.
Fair.
Yeah,
Alright.
before we make it to mainland, I would like to get the group in a huddle. It's like, hey guys, can we like come over here and get our story straight here?
That'd probably be, yeah.
And so just kind of like motion for everyone to huddle up. They'll probably taking a knee so that way Wick can be in the huddle.
Yep, he's in there.
Okay. So, listen guys. So we got Shago to basically change his name and pretend to never be Shago again. He gave us this necklace. I'll pull out the necklace unless Zeno was holding it. I don't remember if either of us added it to our sheet.
I think you had it.
Yep, I see it. Okay. And we're going to use that for information and say that the jungle claimed him, which is not inaccurate. It is not a lie. So we'll tell him that, and we'll try to save our boy. And then after that, we hopefully never have to deal with this crazy woman again. Okay?
So, what if she asks what exactly killed him? Like, do we say it was undead in the forest, or... We should probably get a specific thing that killed him.
We were supposed to be the ones that killed him, so...
I mean, we could have technically thrown him at an undead or something. And let nature take its course, but...
I have an idea.
Hmm?
We can use what happened to you guys as an advantage. Say that we tainted his bug spray to rose his water, and that sickness killed him.
Like
dead?
that.
I mean, that kind of works, but... Like, I feel kind of like that they probably know more about the shivers and whatnot than we do. Can you even die of the shivers?
You never know. Like, we don't know exactly what's in the jungle, right?
I mean, I tend more to like Dan's idea of the zombies killed him or we killed him.
Yes, but if we say the zombies killed him, they might not.
Well, what if we killed him, and then the zombies ate him, and then the bugs ate the zombies? That way we can have all three.
Fair enough. Either way, this necklace is all we have for proof because we also didn't want to be walking around with parts of someone who used to live at the fort in the fort. I think that's fair.
Yeah, no, I don't see any objections with that.
And if we ever get found out, we can always remind her that not the one that's doing it.
So, I do have something else to bring up with this. When Omala, if this works, and Omala does get out, we don't really have a reward of sorts for this. I feel like we should ask him what he does as a trade, and then maybe ask for, I don't know, free stuff or a discount. Or if not that, one favor from him that he'll have to fulfill in the future at some point, and we'll just deal with that later.
I mean, that's fair, but I say that's bridge will cross when we get away from dealing with the crazy lady, who I am 100% ready to, like, point out that we are now aware that what we were doing was 100% illegal, and that we will, like, literally rat her out.
Oh, absolutely. I just think we should also, plan ahead for other instances.
Let's keep that in the back pocket, though. Just figure us out.
Okay, well, I think we're good. And anyone else got anything else we want to talk about? Good talk.
I'm good.
All right, so I guess we're just sailing on back.
All right. And flash forward to Port Nyanzaru as the gangplank lowers and you have successfully docked in the harbor.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll check. I want to check with Kawasha and be like, okay, so is there anything you need to get from the port here before we head out? Because we just got one tiny bit of business we got to attend to before we're ready.
He ponders about it for a little bit. Well, let's see. He kind of just rattles on his fingers. Let's see. Insect repellents would be pretty decent. Well, You have rain catchers, I see, as he just kind of looks at a couple of you as you're carrying them around. How would you feel about the possibility of procuring a canoe to make it easier to go up and down the river? Typically, traveling on the water is a lot faster than trekking through the jungle.
So who would carry it, though? Do we all just carry it while we're traveling, or?
Well, you should be able to fit everyone in at least one canoe. It's, at least two of us, which they're light enough that at least two people should be able to carry it.
We'll have to see what kind of what that'll run us, because we also want to make sure you get paid and we have a little bit of money to fall back on in case anything.
Trust me, if money gets to be that much of a concern, I am willing to renegotiate it as long as we are able to, go into the jungle and root out any undead.
Oh, I'm
As
sure.
a member of the Emerald Enclave, it is my duty to make sure that, the unnatural forces in the jungle are kept at bay.
Oh yeah, no, that is totally fine. I think we're all on board the killing the undead train.
Yes.
Okay, well then, we gotta go do a little business with the government, but if you want to meet us at the city gate, I think we're good.
All right. It sounds good. Are we heading out today, or shall we head out first thing tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow would be the best idea.
Excellent. If I recall, there's a Thundering Lizard, I believe, is a tavern. I think I'll be staying there for the night if you need me.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll be at Kaya's House of Repose.
Very well. If I am up earlier, then I will seek you out there at least. If not, then if I don't see you, I'll meet you at the gate.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And he just kind of nods, and he and Kupalue, they begin to walk away, and you see them begin to, make hand gestures and sign towards each other, basically, as they head off from the dock.
All right. Well, I guess we're heading to the Trade Prince unless anyone else needs anything.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm all set.
Alrighty. So, we'll head there.
All right. You make your way to the Annie's chamber, as it were. This all song and dance. Yeah, it's at this point it's basically dusk. So, I mean, depending upon how urgent it is, you might be able to make your way over there. You meet with the receptionist, who then asks you to wait.
Wait, you're just gonna have to get to that, my friend.
You can still play fetch with Yuki. You still have the stick, right?
He pats himself. Oh, here it is. Just hear it, just come out from his arm. There we go.
Yay, fetch friend! So happy! As you hear that in your mind, Dan.
All right. While we're waiting, I'm gonna take another crack at that dang book.
All right.
So roll intelligence again.
Sure.
Son of a... Am I
Another
cursed?
5.
Good old roll 20.
I mean, we don't know until we
Yeah.
start combat.
True. I mean, if I do bad rolls here and combat I do good, I'm okay with that.
Indeed.
Also, before they show up, like, Enoch's just gonna kind of like be talking to himself, saying himself, "Okay, we can handle this. Gotta get through this one more time." And you'll start to see like particles like start to form around his shoulders that kind of flit with the same metally color that he has, as he unintentionally. Oh, wrong thing. Damn it. Gives himself Eagle Splendor.
Ah, yes, enhanced ability. Let's see. Eagle Splendor is
Charisma checks.
Charisma. Okay. All right. Well, after as it gets close, you hear some rummaging going through, and some Chultan warriors and guards are brought in, and once again, flanking her way into the pulpit of this audience chamber is Kwayothe. She sits down at the pulpit, and then looking down at all of you, she perks a little bit. Oh, it is you again. This had better be important.
Enoch just reaches into his poncho and pulls out the necklace. Here's your proof.
All right, well, go ahead and roll that deception check with advantage then.
Okie dokie. Get back over here. Deception.
Okay, never mind.
Nice.
All right, well, as you present the necklace in the air. Very well. You have my word. She kind of turns to the other one. See to the release of Omala. Yes, Trade Prince. As two of the guards break off. Well, it would seem, unless you have anything else of note for me, our business here is done. I thank you.
Yep, and may we never have business again.
Oh, she just kind of nods. I would be lying if I saying that the feeling was mutual. I truly do hope that we may be able to do some other business sometime. As she just picks herself up, gives a little cordial bow as she begins to exit stage left.
All right, now I say we get the hell out of here.
Agreed.
That was easy.
We should
Yes,
meet with
unless-
Omala, make sure he actually gets out.
Play outside then. Make sure that we're for it.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you guys want anything else.
No, I think we'll just wait outside.
All right. After a while, two guards come forth, and they each kind of do like a fireman's arm carry around Omala, just kind of picking them up and carrying. It's just like, is this really necessary? Oh, it's you. As the two guards just kind of push him. You're good to go, Omala. Oh, you did it. You saved my life. Oh, may the gods smile forever on you as he just kind of throws himself at you and just kind of bows his head.
Good to see you too, buddy. Good to see you.
Oh, he, after a while, he just kind of picks himself up and he begins to start rubbing his hands together and says, oh, I suppose. Oh, Are you perhaps in need of a place to stay for the night? My home is open to you if you would have it.
That would be appreciated.
It does give us a free night.
Yeah,
We should probably tell Kawatha where we're going to be, considering we're changing where we're going to be.
Well, he did say he would still meet us at the gates, and this might be closer to the gates.
Yes, it is not that far from here. It is actually closer to Malar's throat at the southern point of the city. I can show you where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. As he kind of leads you through the city, you kind of wind your way through the bazaar. At this point, the stalls are packing up, and everything is just kind of quieting down quite a bit. He leads you over to a small selection of houses over, we'll say, here.
Ah.
You wander past a small fountain that's just trickling water, and he opens the door and he says, please do come in.
All right. I'll head on
Like
in.
waddles on in.
All right. This place is, rather modest compared to, what you expect. He is but a humble merchant. Off in one corner, he does have some crates that are kind of sitting along the door. There's like a modest table and a wider, minimally furnished family room, as it were, or I guess entertainment living room. That's the word I was looking for. It has like 2 couches and a small ottoman just kind of sitting there, and he says, it is not much, but I figured this is at least the least I could do to repay you for your saving me.
Thank you.
Of course. And he just kind of looks around. He kind of darts away for a second. And then he comes back with a bowl of fruit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You must be hungry after such a feat. And he kind of gives you, there are some bananas and some mangoes and a couple of other various fruits and some grapes.
Yep, Wick's just kind of examining them, seeing how nice and plump and well grown they are, and then he just turns his back to the group, and you kind of see him lower his scarf a little bit, and a flash of light, and then he pulls his scarf back up and turns back around. Yummy.
Mm.
Oh, thank you. Very much. As he just kind of ponders.
I feel like Enoch would just be holding a banana trying to figure out how it works, because he's probably never seen one before.
Sure. Just for curiosity, roll a nature check for me.
Oh, that'll be great. Let's see here, nature.
Rolls it at 1, throws it against the wall.
Oh no, 16.
16. I mean, you've heard of, some people, in your village will often do, business with people who would import these fruits. And the best way to eat it is, you have to stem it. The best way to eat it is if you turn it upside down and peel it off the opposite end.
Oh. So let's, open it up and be like,
Stringy's that way.
this is fancy food. Takes a bite. Not bad.
Yeah. For a banana, yeah, that's a very, this one's a little bit of a stronger. The banana, it's mostly yellow with just a little bit green. It's just ripe. But yeah, definitely very flavorful for a banana. Very dense, very, I guess, very clingy for the bones, as it were.
All right. Well, so for tomorrow, getting out into the jungle and whatnot, does anyone got any objections for heading around if we got the if we go to the world map?
No, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right.
Because, let's see here. Ah, yes. Now I just need to zoom in.
Enhance.
Exactly.
All the majestic hexagon.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Bug Game, sorry, I got a phone call.
Perfectly all right.
Yeah. Didn't pick up anything, so you're good, man. So,
Moms love to call it the best times.
Mm-hmm.
trust me, I know that feeling. But, Enoch will pull out the map and he'll point around where it says Camp Vengeance and the river Schoenstar. Like, now, if I remember right, Otamu said that the necklace thing he was looking for was somewhere around there. So I figure if we get Kawafa to take us around there, since it goes down the river, we can maybe see about getting some funds and still investigating looking for those obelisks that we got pointed towards.
If I'm remembering the thing correctly, it should be somewhere in the southwest, was it?
Yeah, I
So,
marked it with that
right
little
about
X right there.
Here.
Yeah, right there.
All right.
Though I'm not sure how happy I am with the idea of Camp Vengeance. I'm not. If we can avoid that, I feel like we should avoid anything with vengeance in the name. But then again, we can ask Kawash about that in the morning. But I figure right now, since we don't have much to go on, at least maybe getting some funds so we can maybe try to research these obelisks. Probably our best bet.
Right. Agreed.
Yep.
Plus, if it can point us anywhere towards where that shield guardian is, you'll be closer to getting that book you were eyeing.
Yes. Dan rubs his hands together, eyes gleaming, excited. I've been trying to look through this journal for the past few hours. Haven't really pulled anything else of note out of it, but I'm going to continue looking into it tonight before bed, see if I can glean anything else out of it before we head there.
Well, if you want, I could try looking through it since, don't sleep.
We could try looking at it together, see if that pulls anything, and then when I go to sleep, you can take a look at it as well. Get the most bang for our buck.
Sounds good. Anyone else got anything?
Let's see. Omala, as he's kind of sitting with you for a while, he thinks about it for a while and says, well, if you're the sorts who tend to throw bets and lots, perhaps heading over to the Executioner's Run to possibly bet on either the runners in the pits or else perhaps betting on the dinosaur races may be fruitful.
I don't know if we have the funds for gambling, but that is a potential use.
Maybe when we got a little bit more coin in our pocket, but it's still something we hadn't thought about. Thanks, Omala.
You're welcome. I aim to please.
I'm just curious, Omala. What is it you do for a living? You're a merchant. What exactly do you sell?
Oh, I typically tend to dyes, you see. Chultids they pride themselves on very bright and vibrant colors, and it is my job to procure dyes and potentially dye various fabrics so that they may make clothing.
Okay.
Huh. Good trade.
A noble one, I must admit, in order to see the peoples of the land adorned with various clothing and styles that you had a hand in.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty well ready to start turning in, so if anyone else got anything, I'm fine.
Okay. At this point, I want everyone to roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, fun.
Perception.
I have
Oh,
a 4.
I'll also have Yuki roll perception.
Okay.
Good, she
Oh,
did better
fuck.
than I did.
That's because good pup.
Okay, I'm gonna guess like whatever it is must be low to the ground because our smallest people are the only ones with good perception.
That makes sense. I mean, can't argue with that.
Let's see. Technically for Yuki, this would be with advantage because this is sound-based.
Ah.
Dan, you see Yuki immediately perk up her ears, and she turns, and you hear in your mind, something's happened. And Wick, you hear this as well. You hear a gong, 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 gong.
Huh. Do you guys hear that?
Yuki seemed to hear it, but I didn't really hear anything.
There was like a
Yuki
metal.
immediately darts for the door.
There's like a metal banging noise.
And we'll follow after Yuki.
As Dan, you go to open the door. I want you to make another perception check for me.
All right. There you are. That's
There we go.
significantly
That's a lot better.
17. Yeah, as you make your way to the door, you hear a commotion as people just begin to run past you. As you hear some fevered screaming, as you hear this gong just ring out twice, like every so often. Dong, 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 dong. And yeah, you see people pouring through this gate, which is actually not that far off from where you're at. And you hear just an uproar of people. You know, some guards are basically starting to run towards the gate to arms. And you do see some other people that are currently running in and making a scene as well as...
Zeno would quickly try to flag down one of the people. What's going on?
Undead have been spotted! They're coming from the jungle!
Oh, jeez.
We're trying to get as many people out from Malastort into the city!
Undead, we gotta help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people, not the undead.
No. Well, in a way, we have to help them too. But never mind. Let's just go.
I think we figured that out. Let's head out.
Before we get there, I
please.
got one question.
Yes?
Have we been resting long enough to count as a short rest?
I will give you at least a short rest, yes.
Okay, cool. At least now I have both of my spells.
The one guard, as he just makes his way to you, he says, please, there's a temple that is just outside there. They seem to be making their way there first.
Alright, we'll head towards there.
Alright. As you make your way there, I will go ahead and drag you over to the battle map.
Oh boy.
Oh, snap.
And I just gotta make... Wait. Why is it looping like that? How dare.
Wow, this place is actually really mellow.
You know, the zombie attack isn't so bad.
Yeah. They're really
They made it
slow. You
out-
can just push them over. Like, you can do a Luffy.
Yeah. They made it sound much worse than it actually was.
Oh, no, danger!
I'm a
Alright, just
genius.
gotta make
Oh
one
no.
page here.
But Punk's not here. If she ever watches this, she'll yell at me.
Why the heck is it looping? Jeez, it's because of this map, isn't it? Jeez. Alright, fine. So be it. I'll have to bring out the A-game music.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Yeah, as you make your way down this path, you look off to the right, and you see a giant swarm of undead as they're making their way towards the front of this temple.
Oh, snap.
Oh boy.
All right. And I'll say, basically start yourselves as you are as you make your way up, and I'll have everyone roll initiative.
Why?
Ooh, first
For
one.
the first
Alright,
time this
here we
campaign.
go.
Let's do this.
Why can't I select my token? That's weird.
Our tokens
There
are
we go.
down here.
Need to actually redo this real quick. 1 second. Hey, holy crap, that was actually the same.
Roll initiative, but... Huh. Yeah, for some reason I can't seem to select my token.
Yeah,
Huh.
I can't either.
Same.
Okay, well, let's try this then. Because I've had these here for a while. Try clicking and dragging your tokens down there.
Okay.
Ibishki.
Yeah, I'm just... Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Bop. And...
Yeah.
Bop.
He dances.
Hey, look, Draco.
Yeah, I pulled my token onto the map. Now I've got one that moves. And I also pulled
Huzzah.
Yuki on, but she's a bit bigger.
Jeez. Yep. I'll just... Alright, so I'll just do that. And then I'll make her small. Yep. Fine, I have to go to advanced dimensions.
Alright, do you want me to re-roll initiative or just keep that 3?
Oh,
Yeah.
keep the 3, then we can just add it in there. Ah, jeez. Why did I
Okay.
hit that button?
So are we allowed to set up kind of where we want?
Yep.
Okay, no.
I would move away from you because I'm like, oh god, I don't know what my music can do, and I'm gonna probably need it for this.
I'll have to roll 3 sets of initiatives here.
Yuki right there.
Wow, okay.
Also, how do you want to do tie initiatives? Because me and DeLuna got the same.
Let's see.
I usually do whoever has higher decks.
Usually a higher dex, and if there is still a tie, roll off with a d20.
Okay.
I have a
Or
I
if
have-
you want to, you can also select who goes first.
I'm fine if you want to go first.
let's just roll to see. Let's let fate decide this.
Okay.
Alright, so end turn for...
I rolled a 15 if you want to add me on to the order.
Alright.
Alright, I need to roll Yuki's initiative, because I
Okay.
think familiars get their own initiative, don't they?
Yes, they do. And I'll just add a turn for her. And then for
There we go.
release...
You go first.
You rolled... Turn... You rolled a 15.
Damn, Yuki. Calm down.
Alright, so it'll be...
She's out for
Seto,
blood.
And then... Enoch. I'll just put you as a 6. Of course, my monster manual's right over here. Good. So I need it for undead and skeletons. Figured it out. Initiatives. Right. Z for zombies. That's for skeletons.
30.
Of course, zombies are on -2, which... Well, the good news is that the zombies go after you.
Right.
Wow. I'll take it.
They rolled worse than me?
Well, they are zombies. They don't.
Well, they go before you though because they rolled.
Alright.
They rolled a 6, losing the tiebreaker.
Ah. Okay.
So I'll put them as a 5, I guess, for the sake of that. The skeletons rolled.
Oh no, my people betray
They
me.
get a +2. Yes. So they rolled better yet.
I still find it hilarious I've rolled pretty garbage tonight, except for Yuki's initiative roll where I crit.
I mean,
Wonderful.
Your upper perception was pretty good.
That's true.
Roll it.
But most of the rolls have been garbage, except for that and Yuki's initiative.
All right, so
So
quick,
let me move
Enoch,
her.
Yuki. Oh, right, Dan. I gotta add your turn. Or
So she's right here.
All right. All right. If that's everything, we'll start with Yuki.
Okay. She can't really get right up to them, but she can get close enough. I guess right here was 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she'll just start barking at them. Since she can't actually attack any of them.
For some reason, I get that picture of basically the Pomeranian knight, like before you fight them in Undertale, is just like, and then it just gets super swollen buff.
I mean, I could get a spell to do that later, but for right now, she's at her own time.
All right. Well, that'll be Yuki's turn then. Elise.
All right. Three slaps. All right. We are going to. I'm gonna start by taking the one that is closest to me, which is that one. He's gonna get hunters marked,
All right.
and then I'm going to go ahead and take my shot.
All right. Oh shoot.
Soft 10.
Unfortunately, that's going to miss.
All right, and that's all I can do.
All right. Yeah, that's the. As the skeleton just kind of turns, it has a. This one has a shield. As it just as you go to shoot, it kind of takes off that shield and it turns around. It's like. All right, Wick.
So, question: does it look like they're trying to get inside the temple?
Yes.
Can't have
Yeah,
that.
the undead that are closest to the door are banging profusely on it, and all the rest of the undead behind it are just feverishly waiting.
Does it sound like there are people inside?
Oh yeah, you give me a perception check.
Perception. 14?
You do hear some screams coming from inside.
Alright, yeah, I can't have that. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Entangled.
All right.
So it's gonna be a 20-foot square, and we're gonna do that area right here.
All right. So, doink.
I think that could see these guys too.
All right. So that's gonna be.
No, it doesn't. Never mind.
All right. So that's gonna be a whole bunch of saving throws.
Yep.
All right. Zombie. Let's see. Oop. That's a selected, not. Actually, you know what? That's actually good. Let me just hold on. Got that. I'll use that as a marker. So that one. Can you not? Please. I just want to pick you up. Fine. You know what? That one gets it snared. This one also gets it snared. This one also gets it snared. Oh no, that's not what I meant to
Oh
do.
no, another one.
Oh no, they've
Another-
cloned!
Oh no, they reproduce by budding!
There you are, that one. Skeleton. What's your DC?
12.
12. The first skeleton passes. Zombie fails. So there. Other undead that's right next to him. fails. So he also gets fights on him. Next skeleton really fails. Second to last skeleton passes. And last one fails.
Goody gumdrops.
Yeah, you got all but three of the, or two of the undead in there. As Visors just keep grasping around, and they obviously look very confused as the vines begin to envelop them. Anything else?
Yep, he's just gonna waddle his way on up here.
Bado, bado, badado.
Menacing Tommy Pickles.
Again, it's the freaking Mr. Krabs animation.
All right. Next up will be the skeletons. These two skeletons, obviously very confused. They look and they see you, Wick, and they saunter up to you, and they each swing at you with their short swords.
You can try.
That was very menacing for some reason.
Let's see, a 9 obviously misses, and I have a soft 20 to hit you with the other one.
Yeah, that one hits.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the other skeletons. This one saunters up to Yuki because it is closest.
That fiend!
And Yuki's gonna take an attack from a short sword. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
She takes 4 points of piercing damage.
She is at 1 HP now.
Yeah, you get a very painful howl from her. As the other two skeletons draw their short bows, and they're each going to take a shot at Elise and Zeno.
Rude.
Elise does a 14 hit.
That is my armor class.
All right, you take 5 points of piercing damage. Meanwhile, Zeno, that's a 22 to hit
Yeah.
for 5.
Ow.
All right. And the skeletons that are in the entangle, they will... Well, the one that's not entangled is actually going to draw his short bow, and he's going to take a shot at you, Enoch.
Oh.
Does an 11 hit?
Nope.
Misses. All right, and then the other... Oh yeah, the other skeleton is going to shoot at you, Dan.
Oh no.
But miss with a 7.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it.
And now for the two skeletons that are currently entangled up, they're going to use their actions and attempt to break free from the entangle. First one succeeds. The second one, that's cocked, fails. So he is still entangled.
Good.
All right, that does it for the Skinny Boys. Zeno, it's now your turn.
So Zeno's just gonna come over here, away from everybody that he is starting to care about, and right here, center of these entangled folk, he's gonna cast Shatter.
Okay.
I'm starting off with a magic spell. Let's see how this goes, everybody.
All
one
right,
second
that's
here.
gonna be a whole bunch of con saves right there, I believe.
Which should be made with... No, not con, but they are restrained, so if you need me to get my effect cards, I can.
All right. So you're basically targeting everybody that's in the entangle, correct?
If I hit this guy, I'll be able to hit everyone around him. because it's only a 15-foot square.
Oh, 15-foot square. Okay. Alright, so we'll do by rows. The zombies. DC 13 saves. Alright, so that's 2 pass and 1 fail. So I'll just do that math real quick. Is that much. So that one. That one. So much math. Math. That
Well,
one.
and remember, that's just the first part.
Mm-hmm. Now the skeleton and the other zombie. Skeleton pass, the zombie fails. So that's there. Skeleton looks rough. The zombie failed. So he also looks very rough. The undead and that skeleton in that row. Alright, so the skeleton failed for sure. Crap, is that picture? Another one. Yeah, keep losing the page out there. There it is. Alright, so no con. So the other undead fails. So he's definitely hurt. And the last 2 skeletons. Actually, no. Never mind. It was 15 foot, so those are the ones there. The skeleton also takes much.
Don't forget about
Actually, the skeleton shatters. So he's dead.
Hey.
Remember, you also have to roll the effect. It is a level spell.
All right, wild magic. Go ahead and roll your d20.
That's why I was like, this is only part 1.
Yep.
All right, let's see. 13.
So you're fine. So no surge. All right, so you killed 1 skeleton as it just explodes into dust. For a second, I think mark it. There it is. DD's marked with the dead. All right, anything else?
That's about it for what I can do.
All right. At this point, because I forgot their turn already, the other undead that is currently enwrapped in there wastes his turn trying to break free and fails. Never
Hey.
mind. It's not your turn, Enoch.
Okay, well, with everything going on, you see Enoch go lax for a second, and I guess Dan be the only one close enough to hear as he starts mumbling. Registering adrenal response, exceeding acceptable threshold, assuming direct control of host organism Enoch. As the blue lines across his body turn red, and he just looks up and points towards them, deploying hard light construct as I cast spiritual weapon.
Okay. Gotta go on right there.
And I'll roll it on the one guy. Oh, 8.
Yeah. Which one were you targeting again?
The big boy.
Yeah, that's a miss. Yes. There it is. Ta-da! A purple glowing hammer basically erupts in front of him, or next to him, as it swings with a miss.
Okay, and
All right.
then for my action, because that's only a bonus action, you'll just hear lethal force initiated as he points to I want to say this zombie right here, and I wouldn't be a warlock if I wasn't doing it. Eldritch Blast, 16.
Eldritch Blade.
That hits.
So you see
And
like a
which one was it again? I didn't see your pig.
Yeah, I didn't see the pin either.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Oh,
Ah.
oh, that undead up front, the skeleton. Gotcha.
Yes.
All
So,
right.
like
Yeah,
a-
that hits. Roll damage.
Oh, only 2.
Wow. Okay.
That's more
Well,
than
that's good.
0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. I just realized something. That other undead's restrained, right?
That's true. You would have advantage on the attack. So that 15 would hit.
Yes! Yes, it is level 2. So 5 force damage to him as the spectral, like, blue hammer comes down and just BAM!
Yep, you swing and you manage to take the top half of his skull off as he collapses to the floor. Dead.
Oh dear, he's lost his head.
Target neutralized.
Alright, it is the zombies' turn. We'll start with the zombies that are 5, 10, 15, 20. This zombie's gonna dash to Yuki because it's closest, but it's not able to do anything. 10, 15, 20. This one's also gonna dash to Yuki.
When did Yuki become our tank?
Get away from the puppy.
And this zombie's gonna also dash towards you, Wick. And he'll attempt to slam attack on you. I'm guessing that's an... I believe that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
For 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
And now for the other zombies that are currently entangled. This one manages to break free. The one next to it also manages to break free. The one next to him is restrained. And let's see, that'll be 10, 15, 20. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And that will be the zombies' turn. Dan.
So that has both changed my plan and yet kept it the same. Because I'm gonna cast Moonbeam. And I was going to center it on the entangled ones, but since my dog is actively threatened, I'm gonna try and get it so it doesn't hit her, but hit as many of the undead as possible.
I believe it's a 5-foot radius, yes?
I believe so. Let me...
Yep.
Yep, 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. And I'm gonna do a little bit of flavor here. Dan, let's see, it's...
So yeah, you
several
can
feet of-
drop it... yeah, if you're able to drop it back there, you can hit these 3.
Yeah, you could also.
Or you can hit there and then hit it on those 3, so pick your
Yeah.
poison.
Like, could I aim it like... If I aimed it like here, I would hit those 3 right there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright,
And,
so since they started their turn there, I need to make con saves for the 3 of them.
And I'm gonna do some flavoring here. Dan holds some moon seeds in his hand and they glow, and this horrifying moon appears above their heads. It's... You've seen the Majora's Mask moon? That's glaring at them from the sky. And Dan's eyes glow a white light as he says... Trapem Lune!
Right. So that one passed, so they only take half damage. As for that one also passed, so they only take half damage as well. And this one failed, so it takes the full brunt. Alright. Next up, unless you have anything else, will be Yuki.
See, she could disengage and run away. She's very hurt. She could try to bite one of them for, like, exactly 1 damage.
They are not friends. This really, really hurts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her retreat, disengage, and go back 30 feet.
20, 25. She makes her way behind you because, you know, she is very hurt and scared.
Understandable. It's alright, girl.
Alright, next up is Elise.
Alright, where's the guy that I hunter smart?
I believe it is this one who is currently bathing in the moonlight.
Alrighty. Has he taken damage yet?
He has taken damage.
Yes.
Oh, good, excellent.
It's not that Toll the Dead I hear coming down the pipeline.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and, once again, try to fire at this boy.
Oh, longbow.
God.
All right.
7.
7 misses, unfortunately.
Alright, well,
Ah,
that's all I can do.
yeah. All right. Next up, Wick. You've got 3 undead on you. What do you do?
No, I think it's time for a turn undead.
Okay.
Whiskey.
30 feet. All right. So that's gonna be a lot of wisdom saves.
Yep.
For those at home, basically all of this.
All right.
Oh.
They're all gonna be like, nope.
Yep, this guy too. Yep, everybody. Right on over here.
All right. So that one's frightened. That one's frightened. That one's frightened. And then doing for a group of.
Excuse
There.
me, sirs. I think we have a problem. You need to leave.
All right. Zombies succeed. The skeletons fail there. So that one and that one. And could you throw up another ruler again so I make sure which other
Yes.
ones?
So
Thank you.
all these guys in here, as well as this buddy boy right here.
All right. So the skeleton up there fails, and that last zombie also fails.
So you know what
So
just came
you
in my head right now? Have any of you guys seen that one fan animation where it's Cream the Rabbit telling that one guy from Golden Axe, "I'm not afraid of you."
You should be
Oh
afraid
yeah,
of
for the
me.
Worlds Collide comics.
It's like, you should be. And yet, here we are.
All right. Anything else you want to do there, Wick?
Yep. They need to run. They need to, I think, take their reaction
Oh.
to run.
It must spend its turns to move away.
Its
So
turn.
on
Okay,
its
yeah,
on its
you're
turn
right.
for its actions, it can
No,
only
you're
dash.
right. You're right. In which case, I'm also going to do my bonus action. I am also going to do a spirit weapon.
Okay.
Let's see how fuck can I cast that. We're going to put that. We're gonna put that right here.
As a spectral-looking scythe appears.
Have any of these guys in here been hurt?
Yes, the skeleton and the zombie right next to it are looking particularly damaged.
All right, I'm gonna go for the damage Scootal. I'm gonna
Okay.
give him a swing. Let's see, where's that spirit weapon? I need to click on that, right?
Yep.
Where is it? Okay. Spirit weapon. Where are you? There you are. Spirit weapon. And
14 does hit.
all right. And then... No, I didn't want the description. No, I didn't want the description. I wanted to
Yep.
put the thing there.
You can just click the word spiritual weapon and
There
it should
we
roll
go.
the damage. 8. And as you swing your scythe down, basically it explodes in a cloud of dust as you cleave him in half, and he drops to the floor, dead.
Undead harvest looking good this year.
Like I said,
And actually,
you
I'll just
need
go
to
ahead.
leave.
Delete those tokens. All right. And speaking of skeletons' turns, this one is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, let me double check Entangle for a second there. We could already start the turn. Okay, so that was 10, 20, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This skeleton, still being very frightened of you, is going to use its action to attempt to break out. And manages to do so. So that was 10, 20, 25, 30. This skeleton's going to attempt to move 5, 10, 20, 30 as it runs through the bramble. And this skeleton will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and run around the corner of the temple. So that's all of the spooked skeletons' turns. That'll bring us to this skeleton over here, and so that's 1, 2, 3 skeletons that have short bows. Elise, Zeno, and Enoch, you're each gonna take 1 shot.
Yay.
Alright.
I'm sorry, Zeno, there's a nat 20 on you.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay, it's not so bad. You take 11 points of piercing damage. Elise, that's a 17 to hit you
That'll hit.
for 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Enoch, yours misses.
Yay.
And for, just for letting everyone in chat know, the way I'm doing nat 20s and the way that the players have decided, they've gone with a rule called non-lame criticals. That whenever you roll a nat 20 on an attack, that means that it's automatically maximum damage roll plus the normal die roll. So the players have access to this, and the enemies have access to this as well. So it's just gonna really hurt. Anyway, that's those skeletons there. I believe that's all the skeletons that can do anything this turn. So next up is you, Zeno.
Alright. It's like, I wish it was a 50-foot radius, not a 50-foot square. Because I would totally cast it. Didn't double check.
It is a square.
Alright, I'm just gonna see this guy right in front of me, right here.
Yep.
Let's cast Chaos Bolt.
All right, roll that d20 for the Wild Magic Surge.
Oh,
That's a 1.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there you
A
go.
surge goes off. I need you to roll percentile for me. First Wild Magic Surge of the campaign, everybody.
So,
58.
Hold on, I gotta look this up real quick here. 58, you say?
This makes sense because in story, Chaos Bolt got him over here.
Okay. I am taking note of that. Don't worry, nothing bad happens.
okay.
Yet.
I don't believe you.
Should we also mention what table we're rolling on?
Yep. we are using the normal, magic search table per PHB. So I figured that was basically what everyone agreed to.
I mean, I said you could use the D1000 or 10,000 if you wanted to, but
Yeah, if you wanted to. Otherwise, we could probably resolve that later. So yeah, as you go to cast the,
I don't very
chaos bolt,
cautiously.
it goes. Something feels weird. You feel warm for a second, but the spell does not go off.
That could have been so
let me double
horrible.
check to make sure. Sorry. Alright, so the magical effect. Alright, so yeah, that does go off too. So the 23 does hit. So yeah, that zombie. So go ahead and roll the damage. Alright. What's the damage for that? Or what's the damage type?
Let's go with. Let's make that lightning damage.
14 lightning damage. Okay, so.
Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to roll a D8 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the D8 is supposed to be.
So it's an acid damage.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Acid. Yeah, it just. It just bubbles and rises and collapses onto the floor as it is dead. Anything else?
He sees me look like basically like tapping his body over because like why feels warm all of a sudden. Touches water skin.
Okay. Let me just double check the fuck I got this.
I looked it up, so I'm like, I gotta make this flare.
As you touch your water skin, it erupts into flame.
Oh
It
no.
catches fire.
Oh.
Wait, no, it's not the vanilla one. It's the. I thought it was the one that's like you touch something it freezes.
Nope, it's any flammable object you touch that has to be water carried by another creature bursts into flame. So yeah, your water skin bursts into flame for a second.
Oh no!
That's all sorts of levels of irony.
No, you're looking at 57. You're looking at 57.
Well, 57, 58. You rolled a 58.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was you were going to every two.
Yeah. The way the table goes, it's 1, 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. So yeah, you feel yourself, your hand get warm, and as you grab your foot, it just bursts into flames, and you just drop it like and yeah, it roars for a while until yeah, it's currently on fire.
Oh shit.
Enoch, it's your turn.
Don't worry, the water in the water skin will put the fire out.
Okay.
Eventually.
Well, right now, Enoch is kind of staring with his red glow, painting targets, assessing threat, prioritizing targets. So he'll make a attack with spiritual weapon on this guy.
All right, roll to hit the skelly man.
13.
13 hits.
Alrighty. Yes. 5 force
For 5
damage.
force damage. All right.
And now, prioritizing ranged combat. So, let me just double check here. One thing. Okay. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. One hitting each of the skeletons in a row, including the one I just hit.
All right. So, designate which ones you're hitting and for how much.
Okay. Well, I'm just doing them in order. That one takes 2.
All right.
This one takes another 5.
All right.
This one takes 3. And next one takes 5 as the weird dust particles that you see floating around him coalesce into like balls of energy that then just fly off and bash into these skeletons.
Pew, 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 pew. As the balls hit them, the second one in particular seems like it did a lot to it. But yeah, that one in particular is definitely hurting now.
And that's
Anything
all
else?
I can do.
Alright. It's the zombie's turn. The zombie next to you, Wick, is going to run. 5, 10, 20, 30.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on him too?
You do get an attack of opportunity, yes.
No, let's do a heckin' mace.
Bonk.
1.
8.
An 8? That hits.
Oh.
Ha! Screw you, roll 20. Trying to make me look bad.
Booga,
Five.
booga, booga.
Oh yeah, zombies aren't very armored.
So as you hit the zombie, it just... it stops for a second, and then it goes to turn around as the vines just make it difficult for it.
Why are you running?
Why
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? That's a random Chult calls out. Alright, so that was that one. This zombie is going to run. 5, 10, 15.
Doesn't he take damage from the moonbeam for running through it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he does start his turn in there.
Yeah. And I should, maybe I
roll
should
the
draw
damage
the
for the
moonbeam.
moonbeam there. Yeah, because it's the start of their turn. Yeah, they should take the damage.
Does my scythe also get an attack of opportunity?
No, unfortunately, because it takes a bonus action to control.
Is...
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2d10s. I'll just do it like this.
Alright.
11.
11. Okay, yeah, the zombie that's just kind of standing there, he gets fried to a crisp. Meanwhile, the zombie, as he runs through it, let's see, he takes half, because he passed. Actually, it's that much. And so that was 20. It gets to the moonbeam, it runs out, and then it stops. Since it took damage, it is no longer frightened, and it stops there. This zombie is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. He's gonna dash up to you, Enoch. This zombie is still going to attempt to break free from its vines, and does so. The other zombie also manages to break free. And they will spend their turns to dash and make their way up to you. Actually, so 10, 15, 10, 20. Yeah, they're both gonna dash up to you.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And that concludes the zombie's turn, which brings us around to Dan.
Where do I want to move this moonbeam? I can move it up to 60 feet. Yeah, probably going to be one of those groups of 2 skeletons.
Well, you have the full range of 60 feet, so you can plot your course however you want.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go right there. And as it's moving, the moonbeams in the moon seeds in Dan's hand will swirl around and point in the directions where it's going. I'm just gonna plop it right there on him.
Alright. That skeleton fails, and the other one passes. Roll damage for them.
Alright. 9.
For 9. Alright. That one takes half as much. The other skeleton erupts into spectral ghostly flames as it collapses into a pile of smoldering bones. Let's see, how far was that? 5, 10, 15. Was that 15 or 20 feet of movement you have?
I believe so.
So the way I've always ruled spirit effects like this with Moonbeam is you can still move it around, and any creatures that are caught within it also take the damage.
Well, then I'm gonna keep moving this over to the other pair of skeletons.
All right. So that's gonna be 2 more con saves from them. They both pass. So go ahead and roll damage again for them.
Hey, Miller, I just realized something.
Yes.
Since Hunter's Mark is concentration, I've been forgetting to make my con saves when I took damage those 2 times.
Oh, right.
Should I do that now?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's see. So DC 10. So, yeah, unfortunately, you drop
Yep,
concentration.
it's gonna
on
drop.
forward. Sorry, Elise. But yeah, those
It's 10 or whatever. It's 10 or whatever's greater, right?
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
would have been 10, so you...
Yep.
So you know that. So the skeletons that are there are barely alive after taking that damage.
Right. Which one looks more damaged than the other one from the moonbeam? Out of
They look
curiosity.
exactly the same.
All right. Well, then, for the one that isn't spooked, I'm gonna take a bonus action, and I'm gonna use one of my special jinxes, my very special witch magic, to cast Witchfire Jinx. The skeleton right here is now going to start glowing a dark blue light, and anyone that attacks that skeleton has advantage on their attack.
Okay.
And the casting for this, Dan points directly at that skeleton, and he says, echoing across the field, Ignis Maleficia! And it bursts into a dark blue flame.
As is currently baked in the moonlight. Alright. And with that, if you want anything else you want to do then?
No, I think that's it. I'm happy where I am on the field.
Alright. Yuki.
Okay. I could have her, use the help action to give Enoch advantage.
Alright.
And I'm gonna flavor that as her barking to try and distract the zombie from Enoch.
Alright. Elise, you're next.
Alright, which one did he say was advantaged?
That one.
The one in the back. That's currently glowing
And,
a blue flame.
What's that white circle? Is that the moonbeam?
Yes.
Yep, that's the moonbeam.
Oh boy. So I'm not gonna waste any of my spell slots right now, but I am going to go ahead and take a shot at that boy since I'll have the advantage.
Alright, roll the hit.
And has he taken damage yet?
He has, yes.
Yep.
Well, didn't need the advantage. That's a 21.
21, yep, roll that damage.
21.
21.
That's gonna be 4 piercing damage, plus 1 Colossus Slayer damage. So
Whoa.
that's 5 total.
4 points of overkill on that one as you shoot its head off and the bones collapse and begin to erupt into spectral flames from the moonbeam. It is dead.
Okay. And I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet this turn, and I'm gonna move.
Alright. Alright, and while you're moving, Wick, it is now your turn.
Alright, I'm a
Reposition.
bonus action move this over here and attack this boyo with spiritual weapon.
Alright. Technically, because it has a help action on it, your spiritual weapon would have advantage on this.
Sweet. And how do you treat flanking?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
I believe I said optional flanking, so you would have advantage on this.
Okay, so advantage either
16
way.
is hit. Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. And Hibishki. 5.
Alright. So 5 force damage on him as your scythe cuts through the back of the head and
Alright, and then I'm do a heckin' bonk on this boy with my mace as my action.
bonk on the head.
A bonk on the head.
Bonk. 13?
13 hits. Roll damage. For 6. And you go to swing and you swing at its kneecap. It collapses onto the floor, but it manages to writhe and moan and it maintains.
Not very
It's
long.
still alive. Alright. Skeleton's turn.
I also just
And
realized
I'm just-
something great. Because it's dark out, Wick's eyes are just glowing ominously in the darkness in front of these guys.
They very much are.
Alright.
He does literally have a light radius, actually, 5 feet around him.
Oh,
he's
man,
running
the
so
skeleton
fast, he's
grew.
stretching.
Oh, that's him just, distorting from, speed boost as he dashes around that way.
I hit one of those arrows on the ground. Good for him. Good for him.
And this skeleton, because it is in the moonbeam, well, no matter any way you slice it, it erupts into ghostly flames and dies.
Can I roll for funsies just to see how
Sure.
much I would have taken?
Yeah, let's see how much damage you do to it.
15!
That's a lot of damage.
That's 14 points of overkill on him as he just erupts in flame.
That's 14 points more than you needed. I don't care.
And this
Don't
skeleton's gonna
fuck with
run
my
5,
dog.
10, 15, 20. He's gonna run dash for another 40 feet, basically off the map. As he runs away like a little coward. Let's see, so another 40 feet from there.
Hey man, he'll get back at us when the skeleton wars begin.
Alright. This skeleton, still having his short bow. He's gonna take a shot at you, Zeno, because you're closest to it.
How rude.
But misses with a 10, I assume.
Yes. Oh my god.
Alright.
That was almost scary.
And this skeleton's gonna dash 10, 20, 25, 30, trying to move past the moonbeam. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that concludes the skeleton's turn, which will bring us to you now, Zeno.
So is this guy that shot at Zeno, right?
This skeleton up here was.
Oh, okay, that's even better. Because I didn't want to miss and accidentally try to hit one of my colleagues with this crossbow I'm about to shoot. Okay.
Oh!
Boom.
Natural 20, yeah, go ahead and roll the damage on there.
Full damage.
And because I haven't set this up yet, it'll be max damage plus the 5. So that would be 8 plus 5. That'll be 13 points of piercing damage to him, which I have to double check. Making sure no one else is talking about that. Sorry, for some reason I have to double check, make sure there isn't any other resistance. Yes. Skitty ton.
While you're checking that, he's gonna yell, "You see? That's how you fire a crossbow!"
Yep, and he shatters into a pile of dust and collapses. Dead. Alright. Enoch. Unless you wanted to do anything else, Sentinel.
No. I'm gonna take that W for what it is.
Alright. Any movement? Or anything else you want to do?
Nope.
All right, Enoch. Now it's your turn.
All right, well then, Enoch will now turn his attention to the zombie directly in front of him, and you'll hear out again, designated safety perimeter breached, engaging hostile directly. As I use my bonus action and those particulates floating around him coalesce around his metal hand, and you see it start to like undulate as if like liquid metal, turn into a ball, and a large spike grow from the end of where his fist used to be. And I will cast Booming Blade. Oh, I got to roll it first. So that's if
Yep.
it's
11 hits. Roll damage.
okay. 8 piercing
Right.
damage.
Ooh. Okay. You stab it right through. The head collapses for a second. As it goes to pick its head up, the shimmer kind of envelops it. It maintains.
Oh. And while focusing on this, you'll also see a flicker from like his human eye kind of looking over to where Wick is. And then in the like same voice, friendly designation, Wick, in danger. And I'll use my action to my bonus action to move my actually no, I can't use my bonus action. Sorry, I forgot. That's how I have to form my weapon. And
All
yeah,
right.
so I can't do anything this turn. That's it.
All right. So, zombie's turn. As we'll start with the 2 zombies in front of you, Wick. You're gonna get a slam attack from each of them. That's 1 hit with a 19
Mm-hmm.
for 5 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and the other one missed. This zombie is going to move 10, 20, and dash to make its way to you. This zombie is going to walk up to you, Zeno, and he's going to attempt the slam attack on you. But misses with an 11, I assume.
No, he ties.
Wow, that hits. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And finally, the zombie in front of Zeno. Or Enoch, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, he already attacked. Leave me alone.
No, you get another attack, even though he's all the way across the field. He throws his arm.
Alright, so as the zombie in front of you attempts to swing out its arm at you, it reels its head back in pain as just beneath the skin, that shimmer dissipates inside of it and explodes. And it collapses onto the floor. Dead.
Did you nat one?
He rolled very, very poorly. Plus the damage from the booming blade. Alright. That does it for our zombies then, which will bring us to you, Dan.
I'm gonna bring my angry moon of death over to the zombie fund to help Wick.
Alright.
So, to start, that right there to get those 2 boys.
Alright, con saves from the 2 of them. And they both fail! Roll that damage!
Taking 12.
And because this is radiant damage, they erupted ghostly flames that burn to ash. Dead.
Fantastic. So, obviously I'm going to avoid hitting Wick with this. I'm gonna move the moonbeam right there.
And roll the damage on that one too for fun.
Solid 12.
And that one also erupts in ghostly flames and moans to death.
Alright, so that's 40, so I could still move it a little bit, I think. So that's 40.
This
50,
last zombie is about to have a really bad
55.
time.
And that'd be 60, 5 to put it right there.
All right.
So I can grab the dang thing.
Yeah, you basically have to be like right on the edge.
There we go. So I said right there it was.
All right. That'll bring us to Yuki then. Unless you have anything else you want to do, Dan?
Nope, I'm good. She can't really get to anything. She could do a dash, I suppose, to get right up to there, but she won't be able to help any.
Well, there is flanking, so
True.
there's that.
So yeah, she'll just flank with Zeno.
All right. Elise, it's now your turn.
Alright, let's see. Looks like there's just 2 of them left here.
Oh, there's
Technically
3.
three,
There's
but-
that one. There's the skeleton, and then there's another skeleton that's further down the lane past that way.
Alright. No, I can't reach him.
I think I'm technically the only person who could reach him.
Oh yeah, there's the other
I was gonna
skeleton.
say
that you
100,
saw right
I
around
was
the
gonna
corner.
say 105, but that's also shooting through wall.
Yeah, I don't think you have arrows that could do that. Be cool if you did, but
Need the arcane archer for that one.
yeah.
Dan, how bad are you looking?
I haven't taken any damage, but Yuki is at exactly 1 hit point.
Also, Xeno's pretty rough.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Dan or Zeno that got that nat 20 hit. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I can move up there. Yep, I got nothing. Quite behind Zeno, but I'm gonna try to get right here. Actually, you know what? No, I'll get right here. I'm gonna slap my hand on him and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Did it not?
Remember, sometimes Roll20's a little slow.
Oh, there we go.
9.
Yep, so you get 9 HP back. I can do an offhand attack as a bonus action, right? I just don't get the extra bonus.
Handing
for the
attacks.
damage.
Offhanding attacks are if you make a melee weapon attack. If you have 2 light weapons, then you can bonus action attack.
I was gonna say I have a dagger. I could if that works.
But yeah, typically offhanded typically works with, making a normal attack action. So that's
Okay.
typically how I rule that.
Okay. All right, then I'll just sit pretty here.
All right. Wick.
I'm a guiding bolt. Unless I'm not, of course.
Oof.
Which one were you wanting the guiding bolt?
That one. That one was the one that I was gonna go for.
That one I missed. Thankfully, I don't do critical failures table, so you're fine. You just missed.
Okie dokie.
All right. Next up will be the skeletons. This one is going to dash 60 feet and disappear off the map, or at least the map that you see here. And the other skeleton that's further down, at this point, begins to break into the jungle. And this one, basically just keeps running, disappears. Let's make sure I'm on the right layer. All right. so that's those two. That's those skeletons. Xeno.
So I'm gonna take a risk and do my bonus action. Level 2 spell magic weapon.
All right.
There's the ability, and here's the roll.
All right.
It's 2.
Oh!
Great.
Very
No
close.
surge. No surge. Safe. All right. So
That's
whose
like
weapon are you making magical?
My own dagger.
All right.
And then I'm gonna use that dagger on the guy that just attacked me.
All right. Roll to hit with advantage because Yuki's flanking. So a 15 hits. So that would be a 16. So for 5 piercing, because it's a magical weapon. All right. All right. You
And then
stab
before
it in the ribs, and it groans at you, menacingly.
Bye.
And the zombie gets an attack of opportunity on you. And it hits with a 12
Now lush.
for 4.
On the plus side, it wasn't a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That'll bring us to you now, Enoch.
Okay, well then. Enoch will just slowly begin marching. Let's see here. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, with just enough room so he doesn't get disadvantaged for melee. He'll level his rapier hand and do what he's good at and start blasting. 11 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
6.
Or a 6. You take a good chunk of flesh off of its side, and it still groans, and it's still standing. Anything
Then-
else?
Bonus action, because there's still an enemy. Okay, yep, that's 20 feet as the hammer begins looming menacingly in the distance.
All right. Dan, it's your turn.
Well, this should be easy enough. Not hitting any of his allies, just gonna move the moonbeam right here. And the
All
moon
right,
will
roll
glare
damage.
down at this zombie with an incredible intensity. For 10 damage.
All right. And despite the best efforts to overcome the flames, it erupts in ghostly flames and falls over dead. All right. All right, so that's that turn. Above game. Assuming you're not gonna do anything, do you want to do anything with any of the other skeletons that you may see?
How close are they? Close and or far?
Well, the last one, Wick, you saw the one run around the back of the temple, and the other two down the alley, they look like they're making a beeline for the tree line for the jungle.
Well, I'll put it this way. Is it within 120 feet of me?
One of them is, yes.
Yeah, cool. I'll guiding bolt that one.
All
Unless
right.
I
Well,
not
when it
want
gets to your turn. In the meantime, Yuki, is Yuki gonna do anything?
I don't think she could chase after the skeletons and manage to get up to one to hit it.
All right.
So I don't think she'd really do anything.
All right. Elise.
She'll just kind of hang back, play defensive in case it does turn around and try to come back, but I doubt it.
Okay. Wick, I'll let you do a new casting of a guiding bolt because I didn't specifically ask for it yet. So go ahead and roll that
dreadfully
guiding
kind.
bolt.
Let's try this again. Hit. There we go.
23 hits.
That'll do.
Goodbye, skeleton!
19
Oh,
radiant.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you burned that skeleton to a crisp.
Poor thing never
As it
stood a
falls
chance.
over dead.
There's not enough milk for that.
Nope. Alright. And the other skeleton's gonna keep running, and let's see. Get on the right layer here. So. There's that skeleton. As it's gonna, let's see, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it also begins to dash and another 25 feet off the map. And that will bring us to you, Xeno. You do see another skeleton make its way around the building as it runs for the tree line.
Where is it at?
Over this way. So from where you're at, let's just measure that. It's about 120 feet away from you.
So I go like. Go right there, I'll be.
Yeah.
Right here.
Alright.
Crossbow shot.
Oh, it's it.
And it's a nat 1.
And that misses. It gets the bullet gets to about halfway, it gets stuck in the ground.
I need to press something. No one more coming! Yells out to everybody.
Alright. Enoch, it's now your turn.
Well, since I know it's within 120 feet. Blasting. I doubt the 7 hits.
Unfortunately, it does not. Alright. Anything else you want to do, Enoch?
I mean, at this point, yeah, he can't really move it, but I guess the hard light construct would track the enemy, so boop.
Alright. Dan.
I don't think any of my spells would reach it. I'm too far away from it. The farthest one I've got is 60 feet. Even if I move like 30 feet, I'm still not close enough to hit it, I don't think.
Alright.
I could move to try, but...
Yeah. And I think at this point, I'll just go ahead and call initiative right there, because at this point the skeletons are far enough and they're close to the tree line that they disappear into the tree, into the trees for the jungle. And it seems like a good point to take a break, because I'm guessing you need it.
Sounds good.
I'll go grab some water, maybe take a stop at the bathroom. See y'all in a bit.
I will
Yeah,
be right
sick.
back too, luckily, because I have the shortest trip.
Alright. Be right back, everybody.
Hey, Chad, how'd you like combat? And I have returned. Glad you liked it, robot. Do do doodly doo. Dancing hammers, dancing hammers. Oh, that was fun. Ooh, so I guess I should say, for anyone who's listening in and relaxing here during our break, that we still haven't gotten the YouTube squared away yet. I still just haven't had time to sit down and fix the first episode, so I'm going to be planning, since I'm downloading every episode, from the VOD after it goes up, just to have a backup, to probably try to get a few episodes up at once and maybe hopefully start a playlist for people so that way they can listen to the episodes back to back once we get the first episode sorted. So once that's done, expect to see a link here in chat, which will just be mostly to my YouTube. So that way you'll be able to basically keep up with this even if you can't come here live, because we like all of you and enjoy the show as much as we do. I see what you did. Welcome. And I see what you did there, Alpha Rap, but you also need to remember, those skeletons fucked up a good number of us with those arrows.
Yeah, especially poor Zeno.
Never
I
been
have returned.
Welcome. I've never been happier to have an AC based off my charisma. The 15 helps.
Mm-hmm.
I have no water skill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at this point, as it continues on, it's like it bursts for a while, but then it just goes...
Not gonna lie,
it puts itself out.
I honestly thought Yuki was going to pass in this battle. I mean, she's a familiar, I can obviously bring her back, but I did not expect her to get that far in the battle. She was pretty helpful.
It's like Zeno's gonna look at Roadies. I own a water skin now.
Kind of glide with all you people with your AoE stuff, and I'm just sitting here shooting a bow and kept missing early on. I was getting a little panicked, but I guess we made it out in the end.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have a warlock and a cleric. We're gonna be zony boys.
And then you have me, a witch, with my moonbeam of death.
And me, the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
I have other spells I could have used, but Moonbeam of Death was the best choice, clearly.
I'll admit, I never... Like Vaughn was pointing out, the irony of the fact that, a person's water skin caught on fire.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
I sent you someone made a alternate table where like every thing on the D100 has a effect, and 58 for that one is instead of catching on fire, it freezes.
Ah. I see.
I do love 60 and 61. Or 61, 62. Instead of just having to shout everything, it's 62. For the next minute, you have to whisper everything you speak.
Oh.
Also, it's kind of a tie since me and Wick are both 1d8 classes when it comes to hit points, and we both have basically around the same AC. The only difference is I have a higher cap, but I can't go over 18. And that's after several level ups.
I mean, clearly Yuki's the tank with her 12 armor class and her 5 hit points.
Dad, Draco, when we and you get money, we need to desperately go get some armor.
Also, welcome to Enoch's thing, Computer Boy, and also nanomachines.
Mm-hmm.
Damn nanomachines.
Well, no, I made the joke to Manda when she did the art because she added the nanomachine effect behind him. I just imagine Senator Armstrong showing up, nanomachine, son, and then just then Enoch standing there. He does the Ricky Starks. Thanks, Dad.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
All right, is everyone precedent accounted for?
I believe so.
Yep.
DeLuna, Chaco, just making sure.
Haven't left.
I think that means we're still waiting on DeLuna.
No, I'm here. You guys not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you. All right, so, just out of curiosity, how long does a tingle last?
Can't Wick stop concentration on it, or is it just on a timer?
Oh, that's right. also just double check in the future, Caitlin, because Entangle is concentration. Just make sure you make concentration checks for it. But anyway,
Wait, which takes concentration?
Entangle.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
let me double
Yep.
check.
Concentration up to a minute.
Oh, so it does. My apologies.
Yeah.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, going forward, but it's all right for this time.
The trade-off to having an expanded spell list with druid spells.
Yep.
Yep. So many, between them and paladins, they have so many concentration spells. So yeah, eventually the vines that are in front of the door disappear, and after a while, you hear a voice, and it's like, "Is it safe? Are they gone?"
You can come out now.
Oh, thank you. And you see a Chultan woman just make her way out, and she's has very simple priest robes that she has on her, and she just looks around and she says, "Oh, thank you so much. Please, to give me just a moment," as she actually holds open the door and she beckons you inside for a moment.
Yeah, waddle inside.
Before they go inside, you see like Enoch still pretty rigid as his hand starts to reform into a normal hand as he kind of mutters, "Adrenal response in acceptable levels. Returning control to host organism Enoch." And he kind of shakes a little. It's like, "Oh no, it happened again."
We should probably talk about that later, but for right now, Dan picks up Yuki. We should probably go into the temple, make sure everyone in there is all right.
Yeah, like Enoch just starts noticing all the skeletons and like zombie remains. Oh, yeah, and starts following inside.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you so much. And as one of the as the priestess kind of motions, please make sure to go to our coffers and get them a suitable reward. And as the two kind of turn and nod, they kind of run back in. And after a little while, you see them carry a small cask, or by small I mean probably about 5 gallons. And they just kind of set it out and they place it in front of you. And one of them also reaches from behind them and pulls out a vial with a red liquid in it.
Oh, well.
Ooh.
Please, as rewards for your efforts for saving the temple.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So above game, you guys have 5 gallons of Tej and a potion of healing.
Yay.
Who wants the potion?
I think we should give it to at least the guy who got beat up the most, just to hold on to.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got the potion. And 5. What is the Tej?
The Tej was the honey-based alcohol you had when you first arrived in Nyanzaru.
Oh, okay.
Now we just have a keg of that to do whatever with.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets 1 gallon.
Yay!
It's like, how do you plan on dividing that? Do you have proper containers?
It's a fair share.
I'm just imagining as the one miner and not sure about Wick just holding theirs. Okay.
This is mine now.
I think we should take that away from them.
No, it's mine.
You're a little too young to drink.
No, I'm not. I drink water all the time.
Wick, how old are you anyway?
I don't know.
Same.
Well,
Okay,
we know you're
how-
a minor, so
It's like above game. How old is everybody? Because Zeno is 23.
I think Dan is the oldest at 30.
Yeah,
I
at least Oh no, go ahead.
I think I have Wick at like 17.
Elise is probably like mid-20s, maybe late 20s. No,
Enoch,
that's debatable considering she's a full elf.
Enoch is anywhere between 16 and like 19. He doesn't really know the specifics, but that's about where he looks.
So yeah, wait, since you don't know how old you are, we're going to assume you're a minor, and minors can't drink alcohol specifically.
I'm a knight,
It's against
not
the
a minor.
law.
Yeah, minors drink pretty heavily from what I remember.
Am I the one explaining this?
Pumpkin and bumpkin.
All right, who gets to play the cool uncle in this group?
Look, I'm a college student. I have to play the cool uncle in this group.
All right, so you have your potion, you have your tej. Eventually the alarm dies down, and as people, you know, at this point, if it's, it's basically dark at this point, as some of the people that are outside begin to make their way inside of Port Nyanzaru, as, basically at night, it's a lot safer in the city than it is outside the city, even for the buildings that are just outside the walls. And you're invited back to Omala's house, and you manage to sleep in unabated. You all rest, and you get your long rest.
And Dan and Enoch still look at the journal before they head off to sleep, or is everyone too tired, do you think?
I mean, I don't have
That's a
to
good
sleep.
question.
I just gotta sit and do like minor activities just to keep the boredom away. So yeah, I could easily read the book.
We were thinking about looking at it together before Dan went to sleep too, just to get 2 chances, if possible.
All right, sure.
All right, so I'll start mine with Enoch's help. 19!
19!
Finally!
Apparently you needed life or death combat in order to invigorate the mind a little bit.
Adrenaline really gets the blood pumping.
Among other things.
Yeah. Apparently, as you're kind of reading over more specifics, the journal is from a man named Arteus, who was a very old and experienced wizard. It also details, how he acquired and actually he made his shield guardian, who he named Vorn. And it kind of details, some of the magical escapades that they went on each other. And as of note, one thing of note is the last entry in the journal details an expedition that they were going to go on into the jungle.
All right. Any details on where the expedition was to or what they were looking for?
Let's see. One of the details was about a place called Mabala. About how they were gonna take a group and make their way towards a place called Mabala, which was supposedly a ruined city.
Okay.
I think that's on our map.
I'm just typing it in my notes really quick.
Yeah, I put mine in the notes section. Mostly because I forgot to grab my notebook again because I'm a professional D&D man.
I have my notepad open at all times before we start. Just in case I might need to write anything down. And I doubt anything would pop up. There was no mention of hags in this journal, was there? At least none that I found so far.
From the journals, you heard mention of a witch that was in Mabala, based on that check earlier. but nothing specifically about names.
That's more information than I had before. This is a rousing success. Dan is going to ponder that and bring it up tomorrow.
All right.
And he'll hand the journal off to Enoch so that he can spend some time looking at that while he goes to sleep.
All right.
All right.
I can roll for anything if you want, but that seems like we probably got the best out of it.
Yeah, above game. That's probably the best you'll get out of that journal for info.
Fair.
All right. So the next day comes. As I said, you are able to gain the benefits of a long rest. It is bright and early in the morning, and let's see what the weather's like today. It is lightly raining.
Not terrible.
At least I don't got to worry about rust.
That reminds me, we should talk about that. So do you enter that state when you're in danger? It seemed like you were possessed.
Wait, possessed?
Well, you weren't exactly talking in your voice, and you were talking about protocols and the enemy's designation, painting them. Very technical things. And you casted magic.
Oh. I mean, I can do a little bit of tiny magic, but yeah. So
Call
remember...
that tiny then. Wow.
It was actually a lot. Like a lot of kabooms. And a hammer.
Wait, I made a hammer? Okay, there's a lot to process. So you remember how I said that the last thing I remember was touching that thing and then waking up around a bunch of dead bandits?
Right.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. I guess when I'm in danger. I came into contact with some undead and some other stuff trying to make my way to Baldur's Gate. No one ever was really around. I remember one time I was with a guy said he was a monster hunter when he took me through a graveyard, but he didn't make it, so I didn't find out anything that really happened. That's how I got this weird pack, as he holds up the monster hunter's pack that he just randomly has. All I really know how to do is I can do stuff like this as he casts dancing lights, as you see like the particles form as little cages of different colored lights form in his hand. And I can shoot like a bolt of, I call it lightning, but it's purple. And a few other things, but that's about all I can really do. But I guess you're saying I can do more?
Yeah, I saw a hammer. It was kind of like my scythe.
You have a scythe?
I
That-
do.
That was impressive.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to fill me in on stuff that happens, because I don't remember a lot of that stuff.
And I'll give him everything he saw in the battle, what the other being was saying, because he was the only one close enough to hear it. Just general overview.
Okay, I'm gonna have to... That's gonna be a lot to think about tonight. Thanks. Thanks for at least giving me a night off. Okay, that's gonna be a lot, yeah. You know the sweating guy, like not the one from the webcomic where the guy's got both hands on the side of his head and just starts sweating. That's kind of Enoch right now. Holy.
Dan's gonna put his hand on Enoch's shoulder and goes, "Listen, we're here with you if you need any help with that. I know we can't really explain anything right now, but I mean, if you need any assistance or recall of what happened, we're here."
Yeah, okay, yeah, that'll be good. I mean, most of you are magic-y folks, so you can understand this stuff. Yeah.
Nothing else. You can't really make fun of me anymore because you can't remember anything. At least I know that mine was accidental.
I mean, yeah, but at least this thing, he points to like his metal head, ain't my girlfriend.
That's-
fair.
At least I don't think. Goes back to hand to head.
For all we know, this is a Venom situation. Oh, right. I did more research into that old journal last night, and it seems that our wizard who wrote it, his name is Arteus. The Shield Guardian is named Vorn, so at least we'll be able to address it by its name if/when we find it. And the two of them were heading to Mabala, a ruined city, which might be a good candidate for our black obelisks. Also, they mentioned there was a witch around there, and a lot of the time stories about witches are actually about hags. So I'm very interested in Mabala after we finish up with our current quest with the Shield Guardian.
Hooray, more quests.
Ding.
I'm not even gonna look for a rock right now.
I was going to say, you gonna get a rock out right now?
Listen, I understand we've got a lot of work on our plates, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and Dan has this very deadpan face. One of the only reasons why I came aboard on this quest was the potential possibility that Peggy Deadbells is somewhere around Chult. It is my main concern, which I feel like is understandable, considering what she's done. I care about the Death Curse, too. It's a very serious problem, and I'm not conceited enough to believe that my problem is bigger than the Death Curse. But it is the one thing I actually came here to do, and I plan on chasing it.
You know what? That is more than fair.
And then immediately flips back to his more casual appearance. Great, well, we should probably get going then, huh?
Yeah, we gotta find Kawasha.
At this
That look in
point,
your back pocket, by the way, it might come in handy later on.
at this point, as you guys are kind of sauntering your way about, Enoch, you feel something grabbing your arm, and everybody, as you just kind of look, you see this this random Chultan man just kind of grab on and just look up at Enoch.
Can I help you?
The Ancient One beneath the Forbidden City gives birth to a terrible new god. The Snake Men know. They know. And then he just lets go of your arm and just stumbles and runs away.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you got us another minute.
Today's a lot. Today is a lot.
A woman just kind of walks up next to you and says, "Oh, please ignore that one. That beggar tends to be wrong most of the time."
God.
Most of the time? That
Yes.
implies he's been right, at least once.
Head back in
She just
hands.
shrugs and continues on her way.
We should go.
Why are you booing? I'm right.
Oh God.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to do before you meet up with Kawasha?
No.
Yeah. At this point, like, there was like one thing, but in game, like, I believe Enoch would be like too overwhelmed at this point to think about what I was thinking. So he's just like, "Oh, there's a lot going on."
Okay. All right. So, eventually, Kawasha and he eventually meets up with you, and he just walks along with Kupalue. He just kind of looks at you and is like, "Oh, there you are. I'm surprised you made it here this fast. I tried looking for you at Kaya's, but you weren't there."
Yeah, sorry about that. We got free lodging after we turned in our most recent job.
Oh, that's actually most fortunate.
Especially after finding those undead last night. Yes.
Oh, there were undead here.
You
Yeah,
not
at the
hear the
temple.
gong?
As he just kind of thinks about it. No, I didn't hear anything last night. I was actually asleep.
Well, whatever you drank before you went to sleep, I would like it, please.
Yeah.
He
Don't
kind
worry.
of chuckles a
I got-
little bit.
I got alcohol.
Yeah.
Do you now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, was that your reward?
Yep.
Ah, I see. Well, it should make our journey a little easier as he kind of chuckles to himself. Speaking of that, he kind of looks around. Did you decide to forego against the canoe?
Right, the canoe.
We got a little sidetrack, if you can understand.
Looking at the path we have, I think a canoe'd probably be the best option.
Yeah, come, we can go to the bazaar and we should easily be able to acquire one.
All right. Well, so I guess we head out looking for a canoe.
Alright. You easily find a couple of stalls and... yeah, you find a merchant who has a bunch of canoes. And it's actually not that far off from where you bought the rain catchers earlier. And let me see, where's it? Post the canoes.
Do you take payment in Tej?
We have a nice cask of Tej for you for one canoe.
Are you legitimately offering it?
I mean, at least Enoch will, because right now he's got a gallon of a liquid that he can't drink. And
I
I think if he
mean-
has any more existential crisis, we're gonna start having to preface that we don't encourage underage drinking on the stream.
I would honestly, like, I would probably do the same because it's like I only have 10 gold and I don't know how much the canoe's gonna.
Yeah, how much is the canoe before we start bartering with our alcohol?
Let me see here. Once I can find the price here. My apologies, everyone. Let's see. Special items. Things to do. Special items. Canoe. Yeah, you find the merchant and he offers, 50 gold pieces for a canoe.
Do you take payment in Tej?
Got this lovely cask of Tej right here.
5 gallons.
Let's see.
We're gonna roll. Oh,
He looks at that and says, well, if you're wanting to sell that, that's 1 gold piece for that, as he looks at your cask.
Oh.
Well, do we have enough with our money together to pull 50 out of a hat?
I've got 22.
I've
I
got
have
5.
10.
I have this much.
He just holds up his pouch. It's 38, if anybody cares to look.
I have 36.
Okay, we could definitely do this.
Yes, that's basically 10 gold from all of us.
I have 5.
I can spot.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so you have enough for a canoe, and with a canoe also comes 2 paddles.
Should probably preface how many people can fit in one canoe.
It can fit 6 people.
Okay,
Good.
good. That is
And-
important information to know.
Yep.
And
6
one
people
Shiba Inu on a lap.
Plus Yuki and Kupalue. They're small enough, I can count they can be able to fit in there as well.
All right.
Good.
And plus, considering, how small Wick is too, so that should also help. Alright. So, if that's everything else you have sorted off, let's depart for the jungle.
All right.
So who are our canoe carriers?
I don't have great strength. Don't look at me.
I
Yeah.
can do it.
I have a 9 in my strength. Dan is not a builder, a bodybuilder.
I was about to
Sorry.
I have a 0.
Yeah, I think it's Pumpkin and Bumpkin pulling this.
Kawash offers to help
the
carry the
size
canoe.
difference will be wonderful.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be me and Wick, because if memory serves, Kawash is a druid. I don't think he's great for strength.
I mean, I have a 12, so it's not that bad, but I still wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, it's the same for me. But again, it's also a new day, so I guess... I'm just gonna roll a d8 and pick, let's see here. Strength will be 1. Oh, nope. My floating +1 is still in con. So I just have a flat 12.
The problem of a full caster party, no one can lift things.
Okay, so I guess it's... Unless Kawasha really wants to do it, I'm fine with pulling it. At least till we get to the
Yeah.
river.
Yeah, like I said, Kawash is able to offer to help.
Okay.
All right, so as you begin to sail on down,
While we're sailing, I guess Dan will let Kawasha in on the plans for Mabala afterwards, just so he knows what we're doing.
mm-hmm. All right. I see. So you intend to make your way towards these Shield Guardian and eventually make your way to Mabala.
Yes, if all goes as planned.
I see.
Mabala is a potential candidate for where the death curse might be originating from, but we don't have a lot of intel on that right now. It's just a first place to stab at.
Well, our first place would be that spot between Camp Vengeance and along the river. Because that's where we could find the Shield Guardian pendant, which will get us a lot of money. Like, split between us, that's 400 gold apiece.
Ah, beans.
You alright?
Yeah, that was my flashlight randomly dropping.
Mm. But yeah, I now guess the funds we need to like moving forward, and plus, if the control medallion or whatever it is got separated from them, we might want it before we head to Mambala, where the Shield Guardian might be.
Oh yeah, I just want to say, whenever we get close to the jungle, I'm using the bug thing.
Same.
All right.
Same.
Also same.
Marking it off
All
now.
right. So, as you're kind of, sailing out from Port Nyanzaru in the canoe, in the course of about a day, let's see, Draco and Zeno, I want each of you to roll a percentile for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm sure this is nothing horrible and it'll go great. 13.
99.
Ooh, okay. Let's see, I gotta go to the right page here. So first, 99. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, I have to go to the right page here on this one. All right, so as you are sailing along the bay, Let's see how many of them are there. Oh my.
Well, that's good news.
As you're making your way along the beach, you look and you see there's 3 of these. Hold on, I gotta set the mood for this. Where are you, music? There you are. There are 3. You hear some thudding going on in the woods, and just on the shore, you turn and look as you're going down the canoe, and you see these 3 large-looking bipedal lizards. As they kind of sniff, they're about 100 yards from you as they break from the jungle tree line. And they look and they immediately start looking at all of you.
God.
I'm not drawing it, but at least we'll put a hand on her bow just out of caution.
We have company.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. Hunkers.
What now?
Allosauruses. Best be careful. I think we can try and find a place to hide from them so that they don't find us.
Are they
If you
mean?
do not wish to fight.
Well, let's put it this way, Wick. We don't really know anything about these animals, so maybe we should try not fighting them if we don't have to.
Okay.
From a casual glance, we can tell that they're carnivores, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Very large, sharp teeth. Very big jaws. Yep, definitely carnivores.
Yeah, hiding's probably the better option.
All right. So after a while, there's Kawasha is able to navigate the canoe just fine and basically get away from the Allosauruses. So you are safe for now.
For now.
For now. Okay. Whew.
Are we ever truly safe in this campaign, though?
No.
We're only marginally safer than if we were in Barovia. Think of it that way.
Yeah, no, that's a very good comparison, actually.
And that's if our canon enough Strahd has a summer home here doesn't come true.
Oh God, I hope not.
So as you continue to sail on, it gets close to dark, and at this point, I guess Kawasha looks for a while and he says, I think it's getting close to late. I think we should go ahead and get ready to set up camp for tonight.
Sounds like a
Okay.
plan.
All right. So, I'll just go ahead and place you all on this random map here, and actually just go ahead and clear all this stuff off here. As you guys go to set up camp.
We can just use the moonbeam. Oh, there. When I was about to say we could just use that as a campfire.
Let me just go ahead and draw something red. There we are.
As we're setting up camp, Elise would put her ranger skills to good use and try to, hunt for rations / food and just gather supplies for campfires and whatever else we need.
All right, roll a survival check for me.
19.
19. Yeah, As you're looking around, you find a down tree that's, still strong, not rotten. Definitely could use that for firewood. And you also see there is as you're kind of looking around, there are some, you do manage to basically find some rations. There are some, berries that you can find that, you can feed the party with.
All right.
Could Dan look around for potential potion ingredients in the nearby jungle around camp?
Sure. Roll a survival check for me.
All right.
Ooh.
21.
21. Okay.
21.
Go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
I can do that.
This reminds me, I need to make the D20 emote now available for everyone.
So for 3. You do find something. Give me a nature check for me.
Will do. I'm trained in that. 19.
19. Yeah, you do find a few bushes of a plant called blood purge.
Ooh.
Blood purge, you recognize it as a key ingredient for some minor hold on a second while I write from this here. As a key ingredient for being able to neutralize minor poisons. So it's a mild antidote of sorts.
Antidotes. Okay.
should-
How much could I collect of it?
You collect enough for 4.
All right. Blood purge. And it's berries on the bush.
Blood purge, it's I believe it's a leaf. Yeah.
Okay. So blood purge leaves. I'll put it
Mhm.
as. All right. Dan will collect that, put it in his pack, and return to the camp.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything while they're setting up camp?
I should probably ask above game. I don't know if this has been clarified yet, but how many of us have dark vision?
I think I do. I also give off light as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Wait,
dark
it's-
vision.
Wait, it's a jack-o'-lantern.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I did not take Devil's Sight. I instead have Eldritch Sight.
Because I'm just gonna bargain since I not only have trance but also my 60 feet of dark vision. So if I need to take like the darkest part of the watch or whatever, if we're setting up a watch, then that I can volunteer for that.
I mean, Enoch doesn't sleep, so he doesn't have much else to do.
Yeah. And I do, in fact, have dark vision, so.
I think everyone should have dark vision except for Enoch, considering like most of our party is elf or half elf.
See?
My apologies, everyone. I'm just trying to set something up for later.
boy.
Where is it?
Ominous.
Yeah, I was about to say, at least we're not hearing dice in the distance.
Yeah. What's that roll? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We're not dealing with Bob here.
It's the Mickey Mouse surprise tool that'll help us later.
I guess while we're at the campfire, Dan's gonna go over to Kawasha and Kupale. And so Kawasha, I'm curious about you and Pale here. Like, your druid or veggie pygmies just around in Chult as a civilization, or are they constructs?
Well, veggie pygmies are a curious creature. Um, from what Weed has told me, as he just kind of points over to Kupalue, they tend to, be very, well, curious, but also cautious when it comes to new creatures.
And
They-
they are
They, although the thing is, they tend to, they tend to thrive better in subterranean environments than they do on the surface. Although the humid conditions of the jungle tend to make things easier for them.
Okay. Are they magical at all in nature, or just unique plant folk?
Oh, they're just unique. I guess plant is more of a stretch. They're more like a fungus folk, I suppose.
Okay.
Are they related to the Chihuahuas?
Oh, I don't believe they're that closely related to chewingas. I believe that's what you're referring to. Yes.
Yes.
Although, give it some time. Knowing my luck, I might run into some yet, and I can show you for myself.
It would be nice to have a point of reference, at least for all the times that people keep mistaking Wick for one.
Yes. Shifty eyes, shifty eyes, shifty eyes.
Mm. I am a little curious about that too, actually. Quick, obviously you're a halfling, as you said, but I can't help but notice when you consume something, there's a light from you. Are you cursed, so light goes from you, or is it something else magical?
Oh no, it is a holy light from Shanty.
Ah,
That's good. At least we now know that 3/5 of us are not cursed.
insight. I would like to do an insight roll on Wick.
I'm gonna actually join in on that because
I'm not good at it, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Why not? Okay.
Oh shit!
Zeno, with your half F5s.
There we go. I feel like it's. I want to give myself disadvantage.
I just love that Enoch doesn't question it. He's never met a halfling, so they glow with holy light. Okay.
Wait, so that means I managed to beat the deception out with my 6. Yay!
Hey, at least it was us and not anyone outside the party.
True.
All right. So, let's just see here. Okay.
I just get this image in my head of Wick being like, I'm a half, and Elise just slowly puts her hand over Wick's mouth and is just like, no.
Who do you?
All right. So, who wants to do watches for tonight?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
And it's fine whenever.
Okay. All right. Place yourselves however you want to around the camp for first watch.
I say, so
Go ahead.
if it's
Oh.
Zeno, then I'll sit next to him and just be like, okay, so, well, welcome to being Enoch's awake buddy.
Well, at least I'll have company. One thing I didn't like when I or with my party. Watch is so lovely.
Could you repeat that? I'm not sure if it's just on my end, but you completely broke up there.
Now you broke up
Yeah.
a lot, yeah.
Same.
Okay, how about now?
You're okay for the
Better.
moment?
Alright, so he's like, yeah, the one this is always my favorite part of doing rounds is it always gets so lonely at night.
Yeah, especially when you don't sleep. So what's it like going to a magic school?
Very fun, actually. Hey, let me tell you one thing. You've never lived until you've to a party filled with 90% bards.
I've never met a bard, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, like they make elves, or like the guys I was with made elves look like they were light.
Huh. Alright, so do you want us to roll perception checks or...
Yeah. Perception checks.
Okay. Not performance.
12.
20.
20 performance.
Oh, damn it!
You just said
You
it!
were calling out.
Enoch does a nice jig.
That was rather lovely.
4.
We working.
Just as a nice performance. Calls that as perception. Wait, that is performance.
To be
As-
fair to him, it's very small print.
Very small press. Zeno, Enoch, as your watch continues, yeah, the rain is, pouring a little bit, so it doesn't really drum out a lot of the jungle. Not really that much going on at this point of the night, so we don't notice anything.
Okay.
And now it's time for a second watch.
Probably be me, I guess.
Ba-dum.
It's probably me and Wick, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
So he would go wake up. Alright, you're up, my friend.
Just kind of wander and find a nice spot to keep an eye out.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception checks for me, you two.
Alrighty.
Bishki. 7.
All right. So Wick
Hang
with
on
a
a
7.
Sorry, I'm just looking at something.
That's fine.
Because I have the natural explorer feature. So I don't think it gives me any advantage for perception checks on favorite terrain.
I believe so. Yeah.
It does double whatever I would get as far as foraging is concerned. So
Yeah.
from what I found earlier.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that was Wick. Yeah. Go ahead
I
and
need
what
to
was your
roll.
perception?
That's still
19. All right. 19. Enoch, are you still watching? Or are you just doing your own thing?
Yeah, sure. 1 second. There we go.
Perception check from you then too.
Now I'm just waiting on roll 20. Come on. I pressed it. Alright. 6. Yeah, he's a dense
6.
boy.
All right. At least as you're talking to Wick, something kind of catches your eye as you see a growth of plants slowly lurch their way over towards Dan as he's sleeping.
That's not good. I'm going to. Would this be nature or arcana to identify?
Nature check.
8.
8. It's kind of hard to see in the dark, but you just see the plants moving. And you see it creeps closer and closer towards Dan. What do you do?
About how close is it at this point?
At this point, it's about 10 feet away from him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rush up and just with my I have a hand axe. I'm just gonna try to like.
All right. Well,
Chop
I'm
at
gonna have you just rewind back to where you were before, and I'm gonna ask everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, snap.
Oh no.
Even me asleep? Okay.
Yeah, I would as a free action just kind of yell out, "Someone wake up Dan."
Oh, this is bad. I guess now I can officially say it since we're aware. If anyone watches The Unexpectables, remember, every plant that was used in the recent campaign came from this adventure.
Again, Yuki with a nat 20 initiative. What the hell?
Holy crap!
I'm right behind him, I guess.
And I will add a turn for the plant.
Probably gonna want to clear the turn order.
Yep.
The original one,
Yeah, I'll clear the original one, and then we'll just re-add everything.
16. Sorry about that. It took forever to roll for.
Yeah.
I was literally about to do the Simpsons meme. Just walk up to Dan and be like, "Dan, I don't mean to alarm you, but," and points to the plant.
All right, so let's see. Yuki had another nat 20 for 22. Let's see, that turn 22. And you had a 13. Like that.
What do we do for the same initiative? Because I noticed Enoch also has 13.
Wow, just going back and forth on tiny initiatives here, you two. Alright, tiebreaker for a d20.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Mila, quick question, considering that I would have been one of the first people asleep. Do I have the long rest benefits right now and have my spell slots back, or am I still
Considering this is second watch, no, not yet.
Okay.
This would have been
Wait.
a couple days later anyway. So
Yeah.
Well, this is
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've had a long rest since then. This has been 1 day of travel from
Okay.
Nyanzaru. So.
Sorry, that's what I was.
Okay, so
Alright,
yeah, you
sorry.
definitely have slots.
And I go before you, Draco.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so 16 from there. So I'll just bump
Me being
you down
dumb.
to 12.
I'll move this over to the side until we find out if I'm summoning. The magic we
Alright,
love.
So then...
Is he
That's
not
right, I
for
gotta roll
Terminator?
for those two. So 9 from you. And a 1 from you. Alright. So 9 there. Okay. I believe that's everybody. Yeah. It's Yuki's turn. Yuki just kind of looks up and says, "Dad, wake up! Plants are getting closer!" And she starts growling at it.
Alright, and I'll have her run up to the plant and go for the help action.
All right. Let's see. Next up will be Zeno.
Alright. Where is it? Thinking.
Let's see. You're down over there. The plant is currently up here.
Oh, I just noticed the turn orders off. Enoch is supposed to go before me.
Oh, Enoch is okay. So yoink.
I believe I am also supposed to go before everybody because I got a 21.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely missed Elise's. There we are. So 21.
21.
All right. So that would be Elise then. You're next.
All right. Let's see. Gonna just try to reposition myself a little bit here and bonus action Hunter's Mark our plant friend here.
All right.
Now for the sake of creature types, is this considered a plant?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my attack. 11.
Wouldn't it be 17 because Yuki's helping right now?
Yeah. So yeah, that still hits.
Okay.
Yep. Roll damage.
That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage, and Hunter's Mark damage is 2. Has it taken damage yet, or no?
Well, I'll just
before,
put this right
I was gonna
there.
say, before I attacked, had it taken damage?
It had not taken damage, but
Okay, so I do not get Colossus Slayer.
well, that was short-lived. As you shoot the plant and it just collapses into a pile, dead.
Oh,
Womp womp womp.
Alright. That was easy.
Which, at least as she kind of like puts her gear away, it says, we should probably keep an eye out. There's probably more around here.
Ew.
Thank you, Elise.
I guess I should have expected plants to move. Just points over to Kwayothe.
Kupalue will saunter over as it kind of looks at the plant. He kind of does some gestures to it towards Kawasha. And Kawasha looks and says, "Ah, yes. Apparently that is a tricolor frond, or a triflower frond. You're very lucky that you're able to deal with it before it did with its colored fronds."
Wait, wasn't that the plant that I saw earlier?
Yeah. Yeah, you did see that when you were sailing to Fort Belawarian.
Okay.
Can I see if there's anything scavengeable from the tricolored frond? Again, for the sake of potions?
Not really off of it, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was such a massive hit that, nothing really salvageable off of that. And at this point, as the party begins to, recruit themselves and begins to return back to a long night's sleep, about to rest up for the next days of travel, that is where we'll end our session for tonight.
Hey.
All right.
This was fun tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, first two combat encounters, everyone.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, but I'm just glad we finally got to it.
Yeah.
And at least it was against undead and flowers.
Mm-hmm.
One whole flower.
Two things really prevalent in the jungles of Chult, apparently.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
I mean, so much so that this is... I haven't gotten to look at Beyond the Witchlight yet, but this is basically the only place you can find plant-based D&D monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So Wick is going to feel both so powerful and go through an existential crisis.
You can. Oh, now
I
I'm just
am the
imagining.
I just imagine Wick just kind of carrying with his head over his hands over his head, saying, "I am the alpha plant."
Oh no, I was imagining.
I am powerful. I am the Pumpkin King.
No, when she said existential crisis, I then just imagined like Wick sitting next to Enoch as they're both doing the hands-on-head sweat thing.
I real quick want to see this because I was like, if it was my turn, I was gonna cast Firebolt. See how much it would have cost. Oh yeah, that probably would have hit.
Yep. Not very dexterous, those things. Well, a bit chipper, but like I said, you literally did enough to one-hit KO that thing, so well done, Elise.
Decimated the poor plant.
Well, then.
Really, like
DPS.
Good,
So-
I don't really have a lot to fight plants. I've got Toll the Dead, Witch Bolt, and my Moonbeam. Oh, and Phantasmal Force, I guess. Nothing really fire-related in my kit.
I was about to say you don't want to compare like what I got with spells. As a warlock, because I get the spell power up, I got 4 things to work with, and some of them won't work on things that can't speak. But yeah, I guess it's time for us to go around the horn. So let's start with DeLuna.
Well, first off, I'd like to share the news for those who hadn't seen. All the best to John Moxley for his recovery from alcoholism.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Tony Khan just said or just shared that he's going to be entering an inpatient alcohol treatment program. So nothing but the best for him.
Of course.
Having gone through one of those, it's very good. It's very good for the body.
Not only that, for any sports fans that are watching, congratulations to the Braves for winning the World Series.
Nice.
But for what you actually wanted me to do, find me at Twitter at DALuna1338 and at Twitch and YouTube at DeLuna13. Nothing yet, but I'm still thinking about stuff that I want. You might see like an occasional post on Twitter or on YouTube, stuff like that.
Well, that'll be fun to look forward to. Next up, Draco.
Hey everyone, I'm Draco Magnus. You can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnus. I do RPGs most of the time. I'm currently doing a horror game, Omen Exitio Plague. Sometimes I stream here on Twitch, and there I'm doing Fear and Hunger, which is a survival horror RPG. And that's been pretty fun now that I've actually started playing on a difficulty that doesn't beat the ever-loving crap out of me every second I make a turn. And I'm on Twitter at DMagnius.
Nice, but also, Draco, have you just considered taking your lumps?
No, I tried that, and then I couldn't get past the first area ever. I kept getting my ass handed to me by dogs. And then I got my arms cut off.
Sounds
And
like you failed the
then I
Yuki
had
test.
Well, there were 4 of them, so, not enough hands to be petting with.
No, it's true. You need more hands.
All right, then, Caitlin, how about you?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are just kind of open. Fairly full, so, if anybody wants one, they're there. So you can just find all that information on my Twitter, and then when I eventually get back to streaming art, you can find me on my Twitch. That's it for me.
Alrighty, and Zombie, how about you?
Hi, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on Twitter at ChocoZombie101. And you can find me on Twitch at Chocolate Zombie 101. I don't stream, but I'm usually lurking about in your chat logs. So yeah.
And then Milla, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, existing, surviving, thriving. Hanging out on Twitter at Middle Ninja Nerd, and also occasionally streaming on twitch.tv/Middle Ninja. Just been kind of getting other stuff out of the way before I get back to doing streaming. Otherwise, not much else going on in my neck of the woods. How about you, Vaughn?
Oh, hey, well, we're still doing intermittent Code Vein streams while we're finishing up the game, having a lot of fun there. Don't have much for the way of a solid schedule, just try and get in whatever streams I can on whatever days work doesn't kick my ass. So, hey, be on the lookout for the next stream. We're probably going to be dealing with the fact that, we're getting a lot of questions answered, but not any of the ones that make sense, like, why is the waifu staple to me a clone of my friend's sister, who we haven't talked about since the one big reveal involving that one sister? There's a lot of things to pick apart about this, but that's what makes it fun. And then, other than that, just be on the lookout for my Twitter, because I'm also putting updates on the homebrews I'm finishing off. I've almost got all 52 of the subclasses I'm going to put together for my publication, Finrook's Anthology of Anomalous Archetypes. We're up to 48 subclasses of 52, and I just finished the Oath of Hospitality Paladin, so if you really want to take care of travelers and guests and play up with the Greek idea of guest rights, or the Order of the Arcane Archive Wizard, where basically any spell scroll or spell book you find, if you take the time, you can attune to, and then have more spells as a wizard without having to record them in your spell book. Become a library wizard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. So, now it's time for us to find somebody to raid.
Let's see. I see a Bromad is live. I see...
Bromad is good dog.
I see
Caliban.
Kiki is also live. Caliban.
Donkey only has one follower right now, so I think we should do him just to make Caliban jealous.
I'm fine with that. Plus, I've never gotten a chance to raid Donkey, so yeah. Everybody, prepare to get your dutes out, play the Song of Our People, and how about for the raid message, why are you booing me?
Why are you
Perfect.
Once
Why are
again,
you booing
congratulations, Caitlin. You got the quote of the day.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think your character is going to be extremely easy for you to do so.
He's such a
Yeah.
gremlin. I can't help it.
I mean, is it fair to assume that Wick is just the party mascot at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not the Donkey we're looking for. What's his handle on Twitch?
Donkey Kang 1.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think the donkey is spelled with an A, not an O.
No, DONKYAAN.
Donkey Kang. 01?
No, just one.
Okay. Oh, I
Yep.
forgot to put
There,
type in
Robot's
raid.
got it typed up.
Okay, thank you. All right, everybody. Why are you booing us? And then the Dutes. Thank you all for coming out, and look forward to next week, where we hopefully don't get attacked by dinosaurs and plants, but who knows? It's the night's young.
Yeah, who can really say, right?
Indeed.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.